And we are live from Dry Pink Stadium from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, getting set for the inaugural Florida Beach Bowl. It will feature the Wildcats of Fort Valley State University and the Bulls of Johnson C. Smith, the SIAC versus the CIAA. Glad you could join us for the coverage. Charles Ward and Abrion Scott with the play call. And Abrion, our Scotty, as we're going to go tonight.
I love it.
Let's talk about this matchup tonight between these two teams, both at 7-3 coming into the campaign or to tonight's ball game. Impressive seasons for both.
Man, Charles, early in the week, Coach Gibbs made it a point to say race to 8. That's what it is today, a race to 8. Both these teams coming with the same style football, run first, led by their defensive side of the ball, so it's going to be a trip.
Let's take a look as we start the trip tonight with the Wildcats of Fort Valley State University. And some good things offensively and certainly defensively during the course of the season.
Absolutely, led by all-conference running back Brandon Marshall, guy that has the boom bop that I like to say, has a little wiggle with his game. Kelvin Durham at the quarterback position, stable, healthy, and sturdy for them to lead that charge.
Of course, the Bulls of Johnson C. Smith, they too at 7-3 on the campaign, racing for 8 as you indicate. They very positive on the defensive end in the regular season as well as offensively.
Offensively, they're led by the Newman brothers in the running back position, led by their father as well, who is an All-American Johnson C. Smith running back as well. So following his footsteps, quarterback position has been up and down and shaky lately, but it's definitely going to be a ride to see.
Certainly going to be interesting to see how that offense of the Bulls plays against the number 1 team against the run in the nation, the Wildcats of Fort Valley.
Absolutely. Malik Harper is the all-conference linebacker that leads the charge, guards that middle, make sure nothing gets by him. He's going to be the signal caller. He's going to be the quarterback back there for that defense.
So the stage is set. It's the Wildcats of Fort Valley and the Bulls of Johnson C. Smith just ahead in the Florida Beach Bowl. Got our Nissan Impact players or Capital One Impact players of the ball game.
And it's starting there for Fort Valley State. As I said, the all-conference running back, Brandon Marshall, 5'8", 190, and he is a load to bring down. Special talent, once again, has that boom bop, that wiggle that you're looking for a running back. Can give you the 3 to 4 yards, can also hit his head on the goalpost.
First team all-conference and newcomer of the year in the SIAC for his efforts. Almost 90 yards per ball game for Marshall. And as you referenced, he can get low to the ground and he's tough to bring down.
Absolutely.
Kelvin Durham, preseason All-SIAC Offensive Player of the Year coming into this year's campaign. Slots either side as the Wildcats on their first possession. And Bell goes in motion right side to make it trips that way. On the ground, rolling it is Durham. Kept it. Nice pass up the field. Catch is made by Bell. They got him in space. And Bell wrapped up finally on the other end of the football field, Scotty, down near the 33-yard line.
Coach Gibbs knew that Johnson C. Smith was going to come in trying to stop the run, came out with a play-action pass with a waggle at the back end. Great look, easy throw for Kelvin Durham, get him settled in the game quickly.
You referenced him on special teams making an impact early on, but there they get the football to him in space and just as effective as a kick return. He's down at the 33 on the ground. Ball fake, shoots it across the middle, catch made again there. It's Bell. Inside of the 25, near the 24.
When you have a special player like DeJuan Bell, you just want him to touch the ball. You want him to get involved early and not just limit him in kickoff and punt return because you're able to get him out the game by not kicking to him.
Sparks slides the line. Ball fake again. Out in space, Bell. This time wrapped up in his tracks out front. Good defensive stick there by the Bulls, anticipating that play.
When you're Johnson C. Smith and you're saying, hey, our defense is what got us here, that's the type of plays you do to set the tone early, let them know it's not going to be easy to just go up and down the field on us today.
Charles Ward, Adrian Scott with the play call. Florida Beach Bowl. Glad you could join us on HBCU Plus.
I'm really surprised here that they're not going with Daniel Gibbs. He was earlier in warm-ups. He was making them from 30, easily 47-yard field goals with a lot of leg. I'm surprised they're going for it right here.
Maybe the wind, the gust conditions may be a factor. Durham, he's a big factor. He'll whip his way down near the 10-yard line, past the first down marker for the Wildcats.
Huge pickup by Kelvin Durham, making sure, getting that run, adding another aspect to this offense to make sure that Johnson C. Smith can't key on the running game.
Excellent call, Scott. I was just getting ready to say the same thing. You got Bell out there, you had Marshall on a run, and now Durham with his legs into the mix runs it for the first down.
Makes him just that much more dynamic at the quarterback position. He can throw it, he can run it. Big guy, hard to get down. Excellent run by Kelvin Durham to see it and go get it.
It's actually the same thing Coach Flower said during the week, that he recruited Durham when he was at Fort Valley and got him for all the reasons you're talking about. Marshall looks for some room left side, finds some, works his way inside the 5, down near the 4 for the Wildcats.
the patience of Brandon Marshall on that run was what makes Brandon Marshall so special. He finds the backer, he leans on him, waits till he makes contact, then he breaks out.
But they had Marshall in on that play, ran it down to the 1, and it's gut check time now here.
Here we go.
4th and goal to go from the 1. On the ground, Marshall hit initially behind the line of scrimmage, but look at that second effort, Scotty, for the touchdown.
That is why you have Brandon Marshall, and that's why Coach Gibbs is coaching. He knows what Brandon Marshall is able to do. Like I said earlier, with the boom bop, that stop and start, gets in the hole, defender breaks through, he makes a miss, gets into the end zone.
So we're not going to have you questioning Coach Gibbs anymore about Marshall in there, right?
Negative, negative.
7 for 109 in the regular season. Ball fake, rolling right side, lost in the air. Adams just had a pop free and it's loose on the surface. Battling for it down near that football was DeMarcus Harris for the Wildcats, but I think somehow Adams was able to fall on it.
Man, that is not what you're expecting from your senior quarterback, to come out there in these conditions and let the ball slip out of his hands. Now you're behind the chains. You're a run-first team. Hard to come back with this one.
Yeah.
DeJuan Blair just needs to secure this ball. It's okay if you don't have anything to run with. Just secure the ball.
So they will punt it away. And it's over the head of the intended receiver. Got it down near the 1-yard line, and the Wildcats with it pick it up in the end zone and run it out for dear life.
Charles, I just spoke on it. DeJuan Blair, all he had to do was secure the ball. He let the ball get over his head, tried to do an over-the-shoulder catch. Not what you're asking from your senior punt returner, who's done this more and more times.
Yeah, trying to get it up to the 45-yard line, pass underthrown by Adams.
Adams has got to get that ball up. Has a guy running wide open. That's something you have to hit, and making the easy throws to get him comfortable in the game.
Second quarter action. Adams drops, fires upfield on a comeback route. Catch going to be made. Yeah, catch made at the 43-yard line. I think that's enough for that Bull first down. Getting just beyond the sticks was Brevin Caldwell, the sophomore from Charlotte. Knew exactly where he needed to get on the field, placed it there, and the pass thrown perfectly by Adams.
That's what you're asking for your receiver. Come back to the ball, attack it, scoop it up off the ground, and help your quarterback get comfortable.
3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Adams surveys right side, floats it out toward the sideline, pass thrown high and incomplete.
He's doing a curl route on the inside, number 9. Robert Adams leads him to the outside as if he was running a comeback.
Garcia will come on to punt the football away for the Bulls. And it'll be the dangerous DeJuan Bell back deep for the Wildcats to receive. See if they try to kick it away from him on the punt.
I know the special team coach talked to him and said, hey, young man, if the ball goes over your head, let it dribble in the end zone.
Garcia with a booming kick there. Bell lets it bounce over its head. It'll head toward the end zone. They did exactly what you said, Scotty.
That's what a special team coach is going to tell you, young man. We'll take it to the 20. Don't make it hard for us. Let it do what it does.
I think you're patched into that sideline down there somewhere, right?
Just basic special teams coaching on that one, Charles.
Gotcha. Straight ahead. That's exactly what happened. So the Wildcats will come out from their own 20-yard line. On the ground, Durham. Rolling right side. Now just flips it out of bounds. Kind of a busted play there. Everybody coming right side on that play. Durham, I think he was trying to hand the football off, but not able to get it in cleanly and had to keep it and try to roll right side.
Charles, that's that new school triple option where you have the running back, you have the option of the running back, the quarterback can run it up the middle as well, or if he doesn't have anything else, he can throw it to the sideline.
Got Cherry down at quarterback now, Scotty, and his pass attempt out in the flats right side went incomplete.
That carousel just keeps moving with the quarterback situation, trying to find a guy that can lead you down the field and put you in a great position to score.
Cherry, but he's not able to pull it in.
I would have liked Cherry to go to the inside slot right there, number 86. The linebacker slid out to cover the outside route, made that throw much harder. If he hits the 86 on the skinny post, the kid is still running to the end zone.
On the ground, going to throw it up in the air now. This one batted away, though. It was Cherry trying to get it downfield to Caldwell on a play action, but a good defensive cover there by that Wildcat defense.
The crowd is a little upset. Looked like the DB got there just a tad bit early, but I'm not understanding Coach as far as philosophy on throwing the ball. You want to stay ahead of the chains against this defense, and he was there, but you still want to stay ahead of the chains because now you're making it harder for yourself on the second down.
Yep, second down and full 10 from the 42 of the Wildcats.
Landon Austin with that break up there, Charles.
Good call. High snap. Cherry going to keep it himself left side. Turns it back to the interior. Got it inside of the 40 down to the 38-yard line.
But that's what you're looking to do. Move the ball, stay ahead of the chains, make it manageable for your quarterback on this third down. But it's a little bit longer than you would like, but you're asking him to make a play right now. I don't see any safeties over top of these wide receivers, so I'm seeing the one-on-one, so definitely hit the outsides if I'm Cherry on this one.
I hear your strategy loud and clear, Coach Scott. Yeah, it's third. You want it manageable at third. This one maybe a little bit outside of that range. It'll be third and about maybe 9. Looks like it from this side of the field. They got it at 3rd and 6, but it's longer than that. It'll be Cherry trying to keep it left side. Spins and sits down near the 36. And that's short of a first down marker.
Now, Charles, this is what I'm saying. If you do those first 2 plays for the 1st and 2nd, now you're 3rd and 3 instead of 4th and 3. That pass play puts you behind the chains and takes you out of the rhythm for the game. Now you're punting back to the Wildcats.
Punt by Garcia. Trying to angle it left side. It'll bounce near the 10. They're going to have a chance to cover this one well inside the 5. 4 or 5 guys down there. I think they got it covered, I believe.
If you're a special teams coach, your heart just dropped because you're hoping that nobody had their heels on the goal line when they touched that ball.
And officials are gathering there at the goal line. And they're going to say somebody had something somewhere in the wrong place, because they're coming out to the 20. And they had that football surrounded down there near the 1-yard line. It's got maybe a little bit too greedy, wanted it to roll maybe an inch or 2 more.
If you're a special team coach, you're telling your team that's unacceptable. There's 5 to 6 people there. I'll take it at the 2 and the 3. We don't need to make it perfect. We just need to down them close to the goal line.
Absolutely.
And now they're out in the 20.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yards.
6:48 remains first half. Bell, or Durham that is, on a throwback on the inside. That's a catch made by Warren, and Braylon Warren up near to the 25-yard line. So
I love the play call. Tunnel screen. You fake the running back screen. You come back with the tunnel screen. If he could just get 1 or 2 more blocks, he's still running, Charles.
Yeah. Likely everybody here sitting thinking most people are going to keep it on the ground as the gust continues. The rain's falling mighty heavily here at Drop Pink Stadium. Backpedaling over the head of Curitan, and it rolls down inside the 10. Fort Valley not going to take any chances. They're going to put a foot on it near the 4-yard line to execute on special teams to put their defense in a good spot defending the Bulls of Johnson C. Smith.
Special teams coaches are getting their money's worth today, because if you're the special teams coach for Johnson C. Smith, you're telling Dirk that's a 15-yard difference, you allowing that ball to hit the ground and roll back. But then on the opposite side, for the Wildcats, you're saying, hey, punter, keep doing what you're doing.
Sure. And, we highlighted both of those factors in our pregame, talking about feet don't fail me now for special teams in terms of returns. And we also talked about the specialness of special teams in terms of kicking the football. And there we see it coming into effect for the Wildcats of Fort Valley. Hall with a great kick, and the cover team able to get it down inside of the 5.
A true flip the field. I mean, they were at their own 25, and now they're flip the field to Golden Bulls' own 5.
5:08 left in the half. Cherry, short drop. Now trying to fire it upfield, trying to get behind the coverage. Pass caught into this gale here inside Drop Pink Stadium, and that one just died in the air, shot straight down to the surface.
I mean, it looked like a punt for a little bit, how the ball just tailed in the air. But once again, those aren't the passes you want to do in these conditions. You want to have your wide receiver screens. You want to have your running back screens, quick, easy hitches, things that get the ball out. He can drive it through the wind. Anything caught in the air with this gust is not going to go where you think it's going to go.
Oh, absolutely. They keep this one on the ground, and nothing happening on the inside against the #1 team against the run in the nation. The Wildcats, they stopped that one right at the line of scrimmage, forcing a punt here by the Bulls.
And guess who it was again, Charles? Pooh. Quintel Jones. Pooh, as they call him, with the Wildcats, making the stop. And the conditions really lend toward the Wildcats making Johnson C. Smith have to run the ball. If I'm the special teams coach, I'm telling Bell, if you can't catch it, do not get near it.
Nice call. High snap. Garcia couldn't catch that one. It went to the back of the end zone. That'll be good for the touchback or the safety for the Wildcats of Fort Valley. Well, that one just shot right past Garcia on the snap.
The funny thing is, they usually have the announcer jinx, Charles. This is the coach's jinx, because Coach Flower said in the week, he said, as long as you don't know my long snapper's name, he's not doing anything wrong. Right. And now we definitely know his name today at the Florida Beach Bowl for the high snap that he just did.
That one's on Coach Flowers. You're right. Normally it'd be up here with us. But those two on the safety will extend the Wildcat lead to 9-0 based upon what they've done the last 2 years. On the ground, Durham, now he'll pull it back. Got a man there in the route. Pass going to be caught there in between two defenders. Somehow, Fralin and Warren able to catch that football in a driving rain at the 45-yard line.
If you didn't know Kelvin Durham had arm strength, you're looking at it now in the wind with the rain, throws a dot to number 2. But the DB falls and slips in these conditions, which allows him to make the catch. The one-on-one to the boundary is there if Kevin Durham wants it.
Durham ball fake. Miller fires upfield, a floater there, got away from him. 2 defenders back there, it's going to be picked off. Intercepted by Jaquin Wilkins. Wilkins running it left side, it's got some space now at the 40. Wilkins looking for another block, he'll get one there. At the 40, other end now. 2 Wildcats to beat. Wilkins inside of the 20 down to the 17-yard line. How about the run after the pick?
Looks like a little laundry on the field there, Charles. I saw, as a former receiver myself, I saw the hold.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the hold from up here, Charles.
It, right?
You got to call that. Can't stop the receiver impeding his progress to the ball. You know, DB's trying to get with that way all that time, but no, sir. I'm going to need that to come on back, Charles.
All right, you're defending your guys. I'll give you that. We'll check the flag. We know it's coming back the other way.
And his guy, he had a guy up the seam. The DB was holding him down. The safety jumps over top of it. He gets the pick and runs it back, but, you know, the ref sees it.
Before the pass, holding, defense, number 29. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
I am off of you. You get the keys to the city, Scotty. All right.
Listen, the receiver in me saw it a mile away.
Somebody agreed with you too, right? All about doing it to make sure they secure opportunity for a field goal.
Absolutely. When you have a guy like Daniel Gibbs who was making 47-yard field goals before, now the weather conditions have changed a little bit. The wind is really swirling right now. But if I'm Coach Gibbs in this situation, I want to pound the ball, get it as close as I can so that we still have an opportunity to kick the field goal. Maybe take a couple shots to the end zone, but really establish the run, get in there, asking my kicker, where do you want the ball at? What hash do you want it on to make it comfortable for you?
And right now, football at the left hash mark for the Wildcats as they come back out onto the football field. 1st and 10 from the 24. Durham joined by Marshall in the backfield. This is Sparks in motion now to the left side. He'll stop there. Ball fake. Durham unloads it to the end zone. Got a man behind the coverage, but overshoots the pass. Back of the end zone and incomplete.
Flips over the rail as well. Kevin Durham must have had his mind made up. The tight end came wide open over the middle. If he just takes his time and goes through his progressions, he would have seen the tight end right across the middle. Easy walk-in touchdown.
No, nice call on that, Scotty, because his eyes peered all the way downfield to that one receiver, never got off of him, and the pass overthrown. For a half. On the ground, Marshall being trailed behind and wrapped up from behind at the line of scrimmage. Good defensive work there.
Lamont Hill with the tackle chasing him down from the backside, running Brandon Marshall down. That's big-time football right there. You running an all-conference SIC running back from the backside, you're that guy.
Indeed. Football, a lot of it's about the half.
That's what they say. They said everybody comes in for halftime, and that even with all the rain, the marching band, the Big Blue, still rocking as if it's no rain out here.
Yeah, from Johnson C. Smith will be entertaining here at halftime at the Florida Beach Bowl. On the ground, Bulls Need a surge out front by a fired-up Wildcat defense.
Charles, I've never been a fan
At the end of the first half.
I've never been a fan of handing the ball off at the end of the half. So many things can go wrong, a fumble, somebody getting hurt. Just take the knee and get out.
Yeah, if you intend to do nothing really but just sit on it and run it out, I hear you. That's a safer option, huh?
Because with these conditions, you never know what's going to happen on the handoff. Tim Newman gets hit the wrong way, the ball fumbles, and now instead of being down 16, you could be down 23. And if you're just going to go in the half, just take the knee and let's go.
Well, we are definitely going into half. At the intermission, it's the Wildcats of Fort Valley with a 16-0 lead over the Bulls of Johnson C. Smith. We're live from the